How's everybody doing today? So today I got a knife I'm pretty darn excited about. Yeah, and we're gonna pop this baby open right now. Use the Berg's Blade Sweeney. Looks like somebody was playing football with this box, so hopefully everything's in good shape. So yeah, this knife, I saw this knife and I've been so happy with the Sweeney and the quality of it and the build. I figured I'd give Berg Blades another shot and get another knife from them. Okay, box is in good shape. Very nice box, like it. Got some sweet stickers. Let's see what else we got in here. Get rid of this guy here. A COA. And as you can see, this is the Berg Blades Tick in S90V. Titanium, and a linen micarta inlay. Some pretty sweet stickers. Let's check this thing out. I'm ready to do it. Got a nice little magnetic clasp. Berg Blades. Pretty sweet. Ooh, okay. Look at that. Yeah. All right. So let's see what we got here. So, Berg Blades Tick. Interesting name. So we got a stonewash finish here, linen micarta. Well, that's really smooth micarta, and man, that is a heavy stonewash finish. You can definitely. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool looking. I don't really have any titanium frame locks with this kind of finish, so it's kind of different for me. And this linen micarta is pretty nice looking as well. Let's flip her open. Woohoo! Yeah. All right. So we got a stonewash finish on the blade. Was the handle stonewashed? I want to say. Okay, sandblast. Sandblast handle, stonewash blade. Razor sharp. Really good. Looks like a pretty good lockup. You got the steel lock bar insert rather. I like that the inlays are on both sides. Titanium backspacer. Pretty long pocket clip. Here's the swing. A little bit longer, but it's a little bigger knife. So this knife is 8 inches overall. It's a 3.5-inch blade. And pretty nice looking knife. Check out this action here. Smooth. Let me reverse flick. Oh, you can really get that fuller. It's very easy to get in there and reverse flick this knife. Check out the ergos. Okay, that's comfortable. Comfortable, yeah. Yeah, this lands kind of in the good spot for me personally. I don't know how it would fit everyone's hands because it is a little bit of a bump right in the middle of the handle. But for me personally, it's not an issue. Very comfortable. Scales are contoured. And it also has a choke-up position. Yeah, you got enough room to choke up on that a little bit. Got some functional jimping on the top, on the spine here. A rather thick blade stock, a little bit on the thicker side, but a nice hollow grind on the knife, so I'm sure it'll slice really well. So I was kind of thinking about getting the satin finish with the bead blast handle, and I just saw this one, and a lot of my knives are satin finish on the blade, which is probably my preference. but I wanted to try something different. And, you know, I'm going to use this knife. This isn't going to be a safe queen for me. I'm going to use it and carry it. So I figured, hey, I'm going to get a finish that is a little more durable. Yeah, the action is really nice. Ooh, the flipper cranks out there. Lock bar access, it's cut away. And then you have a nice little chamfer right here for your thumb. Disengagement is really easy. Very smooth on the close. Very snappy on the open. Excellent reverse flick. Sometimes with a fuller knife, you don't always... Thumb flick's awesome too. So all forms of deployment work really well on this knife. That's kind of cool. I thought the micarta would be like more like this. You know, this is like a textured micarta. But the micarta on this one is really smooth. Really smooth. So inlays are done really well. Yeah, pretty good looking knife. It almost looks like it's definitely got that slightly used look that you get with, you know, a stone washed or sandblasted finish or an acid wash finish. You know, all those finishes give you kind of a pre-worn look. So if that's what you're looking for, you know, I would go with this variant. There are multiple variants of this knife. So the linen micarta, there was, you know, like I said, a satin and then a bead blast. Then there was ones with green micarta in the same two variations, satin, stonewash, you know. And then they had carbon fiber inlays as well, like a crushed carbon fiber or a marbled carbon fiber. I never had seen linen micarta before, so I went ahead and picked this one up. And it's pretty cool looking, you know. It's different, you know. Nice looking knife. Good looking blade. I like the shape. You know, clip point. Yeah, clip point blade. Nice little fuller. Very cool. Very cool. I'm going to try this pocket clip out real quick. I got a feeling it's going to work just fine. Very smooth in and out of the pocket. Good retention. Yeah, that's a nice clip. It's a little on the longer side, but everything is contoured, knocked down, really smooth. Action's great. Action's excellent. Yeah, this thing is solid. Let me check and see if there's any blade play. Wrenching on it pretty damn good, and there's nothing. That's what I like to see. You know, I hate getting a new knife, especially a high dollar knife. You start wrenching on it and it wiggles. Sometimes, you know, when you get it out of the box, you might have to tighten up the pivot a little bit. So it's not too unusual, I guess. But yeah, this one's solid. No worries there. Not sure if I'm going to skiff this one yet or not. I probably will. It is a beefy knife. So yeah, I think it's 0.56 thick on the handle. If I'm not mistaken. I don't have the specs in front of me, but it does feel substantial. You know, it's very comfortable with the contoured handle and it feels your hand really nice. The jimping actually it's nice. It's not super grippy, but it's definitely gives you some grip, you know, some purchase on there. Yeah, I like it, man. I dig it. Also, the jimping has on both sides of the frame, which is unusual. You know, that's kind of cool. And there's nice little, I guess, a landing pad here for when you flick it. Yeah. So I will say this, some knives, I think that does make a difference, actually. Some knives, if this edge is like a 90 degree and you're flipping it, you can feel it. Not a big deal. Not something that's going to really hurt you, I don't think, but this is a little bit more comfort, and you can just tell that they put some thought into that. I mean, really, you can tell he put some thought into this knife. You know, I wonder if it's got internal... Huh. Okay, no stop pin. So we got to have internal channels in there. Yes, I see it. So just like the Sweeney, you know, you got the two bars running on each side of the blade that run in channels in the titanium handle. And I like that. I think it offers you a really solid feel, solid lockup. You don't have to worry about, you know, a stop pin hitting you in the wrong spot down here. Sharpening tool and plunge grind. The plunge goes out kind of far. I would rather see it, you know, backed up a little bit, but it is what it is. Riot has a tendency to do that for some reason on a lot of their knives. You know, they just don't give you a whole lot of room to sharpen. And they have room here. If they could just back up that plunge a little bit, that would be nice. But it wasn't a deal breaker for me. You know, I've never cut in a choil, but I'm sure you could do it. I'm not going to. I don't have enough experience to take that on, but, you know, I will use and sharpen this knife at some point. I like it. It's different. You know, it's like a very solid feeling knife. So like I said, this is my second knife from Berg Blades. And so far, I've been really happy with both of them. I know I just got this one, but initial impressions are good. And the Sweeney is one of my favorites, probably my top 3 knives that I own anyway. That's a good one. So yeah, Berg Blades. Matt is, you know, the owner, and he's been making custom knives for, you know, quite a while. So he's got an idea of what, you know, a knife guy is going to look for in a knife. And I think this offers that. This thing would be pretty easy to take apart. It is running on bearings. It doesn't have a captive pivot, but I'm actually kind of getting used to not having one since the Sweeney. I've taken that one apart a few times, and it's not too bad. Really not that big of a deal. Not as big of a deal as I initially thought it was. So yeah, 3.5-inch blade, 8 inches overall. Get a quick weight on this guy. I can tell it's not going to be a super lightweight knife. Doesn't feel like ridiculous, but I'm going to guess probably 4.5 ounces. Okay, 4.7 ounces. What is a Sweeney? I'm just curious. 3.5. Okay, so, but you're getting, you know, a much bigger knife here, a little bit more blade length, and definitely a broader handle. So yeah, Berg Blades Tick. Like I said, they got a bunch of different variants, and they had full tie as well. And they actually had a DLC, polished DLC blade on one of the full tie ones, which was pretty cool. These are a small run type of knife. This is 20 of 30. So it's probably going to be a little tough to find. Actually, you know, I've been watching this knife and I was waiting for it to drop. So picked it up on day one. So I think there's a couple variants left on his website, but they might be a little tricky to find. But I've been seeing some Sweeneys on the secondary market. So if you just give it some time, you know, maybe one will pop up, or maybe he'll do a second run if you're not able to get one on the first run. He's done multiple runs on the Sweeney. So, you know, hopefully he'll do, because I'll tell you what, it's a good knife, good looking knife, solid, comfortable. I think he's got a hit here, you know. But yeah, I just wanted to share this unboxing with you guys. Berg Blades Tick. There's the info if you're looking for it. Kind of cool. I'll do a review on this knife at some point. I'm looking forward to getting this one in the pocket. And yeah, seeing how it carries, seeing how it functions. But thanks again for joining me. I appreciate it, everybody. Leave a like if you like this video. Subscribe if you like. I do try to do a couple knife videos here and there, maybe get 1 or 2 out a week. So thanks, everybody, for joining me. I really appreciate it. Y'all have a wonderful day out there. Thanks again.